I just bought tickets to King Diamond. Guess where we're sitting?
In the front?
Third row. I got one more surprise.
What?
We're gonna meet him.
So, this is a hand turkey that I made. And I said, Hap thank. And then my sister drew that. Little pump. And those aren't pine trees, they're supposed to be wheat thingies. But, then my mom drew that. I can't wait to eat my honey bun. I'm gonna meet King Diamond tomorrow. I don't think my brain has registered that it is literally tomorrow night. Oh! I woke up at 8:30 because my nose was bleeding. What? And then when I leaned over my bed to get toilet paper, first actually I ended up getting a used Lysol wipe by accident, and I was like, ugh, because it felt like clothy. I'm like, ugh. And then I leaned over to get some toilet paper, and then I bled onto a paper in which I listed all of the blood levels. That was funny. I got the toilet paper, stuck it in my nose, got blood on my blood paper, my blanket a little bit, the freaking bed. Man, on the morning that I'm going to meet King Diamond, so after driving through a really sketchy part of somewhere in Baltimore City, I don't know, frick, but so we finally arrived, and then we started walking downstairs towards the exit, and it's a freaking emergency exit, so we had walked all the way back up and around, and finally we got out following this other dude, and then we came to the area. So we were one of the first ones to come here. We got there really early, and then probably 40 other people were behind us, because we were, I don't know how long we were waiting in line. It honestly felt like a freaking 15 minutes. But anyway, they gave us a VIP ticket. I mean, a VIP, whatever the frick. And then we are still waiting in line for a long time. But once we got in there, we sort of walked around. We got our shirts and everything, a tote bag, at this little stand here. And then we started walking around and seeing different things in the place. Phew, where do you see this place? love this picture. Anyway, we walked around a bit, sat and chilled. Went out to the balcony a few times. I chewed gum. We went to the bathroom like 5 million times. Idle Hands was playing. So, I don't know what we all did after that, really, because it was just waiting and waiting and waiting. But, oh yeah, we got a cheeseburger. That was a cheeseburger. It wasn't anything too special. It was just a cheeseburger. So there was 2 opening bands. The first of which was Idle Hands. Haha, I made that rhyme. Anyway, the second opening band was called Uncle Acid and the Deadbeats. Fortunately, we didn't get to hear what that sounded like because we started waiting in the line to meet King Diamond. And my legs were hurting because I was standing for so long because the line was legitimately, and I'm not even kidding when I say this, not freaking moving at all. Because they weren't even ready yet, so, but we all had the line, wow, I can't talk. Anyway, as you can see from this picture, I am like super freaking tired because that previous night I stayed up till 12 because I was so excited I couldn't go to sleep, and then I woke up a few times during the night in weird positions over top of my pillow, and then I woke up at 8:30 finally for the last time that morning because my nose was freaking bleeding. So, I was pretty tired, and I don't know what the frick my hands are doing here. So, finally, when the line started freaking moving, the guy led the line down this little hallway thing in the stairwell case thingy. It was weird. And then we went left at the end of that to go into this little room which had the flooring of like a gym in your average middle school or whatever. And then we went to the line led to the back wall over to the other wall, and then around to this piano, I think. I don't know, but there was a big old poster of the new album cover, and then we had to be waiting there for like, I don't know how long, but, and then this guy walked in, and I was like, oh, it's just that guy, okay. And then he walked out. A guy's oh, it's the same guy, okay. And then he walked out, and he came, oh my god, oh, it's the same guy. And then, so what was funny was there was a young man that had face paint like King Diamond that had no context to anything. I don't know why I said. So eventually, they start walking, and everyone's like, woo! All the 40 of us all against the wall is like, woo, yeah, woo! And then I'm listening, they're like, oh, and my mom's like, oh my god, it's really him. And then they come in the door, and it's King, the other 3 band members, and then his wife, which is a backup singer, if you didn't already know that. Not that he needs one, because his voice is higher than her voice anyway, which is amazing. And then Jody, which is an actress that performs and dances on the stage during each song, and she changes clothes to be appropriate with each song, because each song is a chapter of a story, because each album is a story. So his wife and Jody are off to the side near the doorway, and the guys start going in there and getting pictures with him, and one guy is like, "Thank you for everything you've done," and then another guy is like, "I love you," and hugged him, and then another guy is like almost crying, and then they get family pictures and blah 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 blah, and eventually it's getting to us, and then I was actually planning on letting him do a choker hold on me, because that's one thing he does as a position, a pose for the picture, but I was like, because every time someone knelt down and let him do the choker hold on him, everyone was like, "Whoa!" And I'm like, I'm good. I'll just a normal picture is fine." And then, because my parents wanted me to go in there first, just me, and then my mom and my parents would be in there, and then I would go in, and it would be all three of us. So eventually it got to the point where I was next, and I was like, "Oh frick," because I'm going in alone. And then I went in, and he said, "Hey," and I said, "Hi." I just couldn't stop smiling, and then he said, "How you doing? How you doing, man?" I'm like, "Okay, it's really him because of the accent." I'm like, "Mm-hmm," because I was like, "What if it's a stunt double so he doesn't have to interact with weird fans?" But then I was like, yeah, that's the accent." And then I shook his hand and I posed next to him, and here's that picture. Okay, it's Jacob 3 days in the future here, because it took that long to get the pictures. But anyway, here's me not looking at the freaking camera because I was too dazed, because I was standing right next to King Mother Trucking Diamond. Anyway, here's the second picture where I figured out where the frick the camera was. And yep, that's the picture. So then my parents come in, and I go out behind the camera, and apparently she's so nervous, she's like, "Can we get the, oh, I'm sorry, hi," and all this stuff, because she started talking to him, and then she's like, "Oh, hi," and then one guy laughed, and she's like extremely nervous, had too much to say to him, because it was like so quick. I'll get to that later. And then I'm sitting behind the camera, and I just could not stop smiling. I'm like, and behind the camera looking at them, and then they get the picture, and they're like, "Come on." And then my dad's like, "Can we get you two in here too?" And then so Jody and his wife came into the pictures. So here are those two pictures. So this is the picture with everybody in it, except me, but let's do roll call. So that's Jody. That's, I don't know. That's King Diamond. I don't know who those two people are. But these are the other band members, and then Andy, and then Queen Diamond. So this is the picture with everybody in it, except his wife. I don't know where the heck she went, but yeah, as you can see, I'm still smiling because I met King Diamond, Mother Trucker. Anyway, that was awesome. Super quick. We got the we got posters. The posters were little thingies, and they were signed by each member of the band. So I got it. I'm like, okay, which is which? And my dad said that that's King. I think that says Andy right there, because that's a fat A. So we get out. Mom rolls up the 3 posters, ties it together with a ponytail holder, puts it in the sack with the other 2 sacks, and it was really quick. and I ended up saying later, meet and greet my butt. It was more like a greet. Because you said, hi, how you doing? Yes, take picture, whoop, and then you go out, get the poster, leave. That's it. It was so much waiting for that little time, but it was worth it. So, the point of the balcony is because the balcony is a smoking okay area, because you can't smoke anywhere inside the place, so the balcony is an okay place to smoke. It has an ashtray out there and everything. My parents don't smoke anymore, but they do vape. So we went out there to vape when they wanted to vape. So, but after the meet and greet, or just greet, after the greet, we went out, they went out to vape, and when we got to the window, it's just like a mini, just a jumbled up crowd of like probably like 20 to 25 people all crammed on that balcony smoking. It was like, and my parents like, forget that, because it was like, number one, it was probably claustrophobic as butthole. Number two, it probably a giant conjungulated cloud of smoke from cigarettes. So that would be like, I don't know what the heck conjugulated means, but anyway, we eventually, I don't know what we were doing, we were walking around everywhere, but eventually we got into the seats and concert. Play the concert already. Oh, yeah, and right when this started, some smoke just rolled. At least I thought it was stage smoke, like dry ice smoke, and no, it was weed. It was pot. It was some of that Mary Jane. A marijuana. Yeah, they drug him out on a stretcher because that's the theme of the new album, so that was cool. So something I noticed that was pretty cool was, do you see the extra square up on top of that cross? Yeah, so when the cross is all lit up totally, it will be an upside down cross, which I thought that was cool that I noticed that. But anyway, let's get on the combat. And here's the king rocking out with Andy. Okay, I'll stop now. Mom did that thing with the finger over the microphone again. That's a cool shot. Oh, that isn't. When I had my finger over it, I was resting it on there. I wasn't like squishing it against the microphone to muffle it, but I was resting my finger on there because I wanted to get good sound quality for one of my favorite lines of King Diamond, but it sucked, then it made it worse. Frick. He looks like a freaking hunchback. Why did I take this? And after the song, he just sat there in grandmother's chair. And my parents said that they heard him say after the lights went out or something. I don't know, but they heard him say, "I can't sit here for too long." So that's fine. I was like, why can't he sit down there for too long? And then my parents were like, because he's an old man, I'll fall asleep. Yeah, he's 63 years old and he can sing like that. Whose other grandpa can sing like that? The frick. Okay, there's Judy playing as a witch burning. There's a bunch of smoke rolling up. You can go back and watch. So on the way back home, we didn't go back through that sketchy part of nowhere, Baltimore. We went through another way and saw the M&T Bank Stadium, which was my first concert, the Metallica concert. So, yeah. Okay, now watch me unbox the sack. This is the shirt I got. This scarf. Yeah. Smells like that crappy plastic that they make koosh balls out of. The two last things. Oh. A bracelet. Special patient of the Institute, King Diamond. Oh, you saw it. It's the microphone. Blood. Glasses. And a spooky hand. These are the orderings of the concerts I went to. Metallica. Yeah. Iron Maiden. King Diamond. How, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good is it? Yes. And just in case you thought I was lying and I didn't really go, look, right there. My dad's kind of blocked by a head. There's me. And there's my mom. Holy frick, I met King Diamond.